welcome to the Science Fantasy Experience, and let's get nerdy. So, what have I been opening lately? Let's take a look. So, first up, I have opened up Keith's Fantasy Club, KFC Toys, Toecutter. So, this is their retooling, reworking of their Junkion mould into Cycle from Challenge of the Gobots. And he is great, but he's only great. In my welcome back video, I alluded to picking up a load of toys this year that I was really happy with, but some had niggles. Here is the prime candidate for niggleness. But let's take a look at the box first before we get into the figure, because the box is super high end. It's really thick cardboard. There is metallic sheen to all the lettering. The artwork is really well done. Not my style. I've never really been into the overly stylized artwork for robots, Transformers and Gobots or Machine Robo. But you get this incredible kind of technical drawing of the inner workings and a real big spiel all about Toecutter Cycle. But yeah, it's a lovely box, and I think for the price that you pay for this figure, I'll get onto that in a bit, you're paying for a lot of the artwork. There you get a line drawing of the apocalyptic bike, and again more silver relief. It's a lovely box, but you're paying for it. And it comes with, again, a lovely bio card on just the thickest card. It even feels plastic. Again, with a tech spec. So they're lovely additions, but you're paying for them. I love this stuff though. I love getting all the inserts. It harkens back to when you would buy Transformers and you'd get the tech spec and you'd get the pamphlet inside with all the other figures of the wave, and you'd see them in these really cool dioramas, and it all adds to it. But yeah, that is just, is it an extravagance for me? Do you need that extra bit of, added monetary value that you have to pay to get that? Is the figure that good that it warrants that price point? I don't think so, and I will get into it now. As I said, the figure it's aesthetically pleasing. They have got the colour scheme absolutely lovely, and they've retooled it well to give you that signature Cycle look with the grabby hands, the wheels either side, the 5 o'clock shadow, and it's incredibly poseable, as you heard. Ratchetty, clicky joints. It's incredibly heavy. The amount of die cast in the legs, hardly any kibble. That's about as kibbly as it's going to get. Easy 7 out of 10. A great figure, and I've wanted a Cycle for quite some time to go on my baddie villainous leaders shelf. But as I said, niggles. The plastic on the top is incredibly thin and feels cheap. It doesn't exactly line up, and it's the same plastic down here. I don't see why they couldn't have done basic wheel nuts. They didn't have to keep going spiky. And I don't know why they didn't retool the wheel. and instead of popping spikes in, just made them flat and flush. Niggles. The other thing is I've transformed it once to bike road and back to robot, and it was the most unpleasurable transformation ever. I will never transform this again. Transformers and Gobots, Machine Robo, are meant to be fun, and this is not fun. It looks, you know, great, but it's not a fun toy. I do like it. Don't get me wrong, I'm painting a slightly negative picture of it, and it is Cycle, and when I first look at it, I get Cycle vibes, and there's not many options to have a Cycle in your collection. But when you compare it to a Trainbot, which is like £5 cheaper, there's no comparison. This is just way superior. There's the same amount of die cast. The plastic is thick. It's not frail. It's big. It's chunky. The box for the Moon Studio Trainbots are lovely. They give off that late 70s, early 80s Machine Robo, kind of just Takara, Bandai toy vibes. And for almost the same price, I just don't think this is warranted. If you want to see what it looks like in bike mode, please check out Rohan's Corner, as he did an in-depth video on this figure as well, and it's well worth a watch. I will drop a link in the description below. And just to check out his channel in general. Always great stuff on Rohan's Corner. Also, what the F is this? He comes with this bizarre spanner. Yeah. Great name. Choosing Toecutter, the little throwback to Mad Max. And you can totally pose it like the theme tune intro. As I said, it's a great figure. It's just not. It could be so much more. Next up, we have got the Dorkside Toys exclusive Infantry Commando. And oh my God, is this outrageously good. So I've got the jungle green overalls version. But this, which uses the same, obviously, the same body mold, the same tech and gear. This is next level. The paint and the addition of a scarf. I don't know what to say. It's just, it's sublime. The camo work is just, it's phenomenal. Action Force is absolutely killing it. It's I say it every time I get an Action Force. It's the best toy line of the year. What more can I say? It comes with sniper rifle, the handgun, extra clips. It comes with the goggles. It also comes with extra earpieces for the helmet, night vision, 2 head sculpts, so you can have Caucasian, or you can have, you know, Afro-American or Black British, and it's great. It's just, I love camo. I've loved camo ever since, you know, my late teens. It's a step up from the figures that have come previously. Every figure is great, but they're characters. it's great to have like a standardized commando or an infantry, you know, or just, you know, combat fatigues. They're starting to bring factions together. You know, I see him next to Duster because the kind of the colours match, or having him with Tony from Analog Toys, Desert Rat. You know, Sarge version 2 is perhaps the commander of this team instead. I dig it. I absolutely dig it. Being that Dorkside Toys is over in America, I didn't even think I'd get it over here, but here it came. Incredible. So, kind of couldn't get my words out, could I? I was stumbling over that infantry commando just because I'm so in awe of it, and yeah, gush over them all the time. There'll be no such problem talking about the next one because I love it. It's so many things to me. I didn't even think it would get made. We have got the Bombastic Bagman. Unbelievable. I didn't think Marvel would take the chance on making this figure, or if they did, it would be years and years away. Let's have a look at the packaging first, because again, it's awesome. It's retro inspired. It's got Toy Biz feelings in terms of the colour and the aesthetic. And then you've got a bit of a bio all about the Bombastic Bagman. So you can see it's the Amazing Spider-Man. So that might have a few of you curious. That's Peter Parker. Yep. So when Reed Richards separates the alien symbiote after realising that it's not good for him, he has no suit to get home. And Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm decide to give him one of theirs, along with a paper bag, a couple of eye holes, and then Johnny puts the little "kick me" on him, and thus the Bombastic Bagman is born. It's incredible. You can get full Peter Parker, Spider-Man poses. It's the colour of the Fantastic Four suit that I love. The slightly brighter, the 80s style, you know. He only has it for a couple of panels, but it's obviously made an impact on people's lives. I grew up reading Fantastic Four here and there, not massively, and I grew up with hand-me-down comics of Action Force, Transformers, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. So I was aware of the character, and it's just hilarious. The crinkles on the bag are fantastic, and there's actually painted eyes inside. The attention to detail, it's just, with the plainer figure as well, you can see all the muscle tone of Spidey. The feet are painted well. The feet are sculpted so well. It's a bit of a concern when you get a figure that has skin exposed. I'm unsure of the Weapon X for that very reason. I'd love a Weapon X to go with my Maverick, but there's so much flesh on show. I don't know how it would really the aesthetic would work for me, but sometimes you got to take a chance on toys. But I was always going to take a chance on this. It's absolutely lovely. When Marvel Legends do it well, they do it extremely well. And there is a handful out there that just go next level. And this is a prime example, from the card to the figure, just to the execution. here he is with his so-called mate helping him out. I love like how much the contrast is with translucent reddy orange plastic and the blue of the Fantastic Four suit. Just looks incredible. These are standout shelf pieces. I cannot wait to get the right stand so I can have Johnny flying, Spidey in a pose, and Ben Grimm laughing his head off. Yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible. The big day is almost upon us, literally only a few days away. So from myself, please do have a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you soon.